We're continuing our breaking news coverage over at the State House. Earlier today, Governor McMaster issued an executive order halting what he calls unconstitutional race-based spending quotas for state agencies.
Yeah, the governor wants lawmakers to change current laws on the books that guarantees minority-owned businesses are awarded a certain amount of state contracts.
McMaster says that he is taking this action because of a nationwide ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court that states' race cannot be used as a factor in awarding state or federal contracts.
The governor added that if changes aren't made to South Carolina laws, then the state could lose federal funding based on an executive order from the president.
Because the Trump administration is not going to fund operations, they're not going to require that any longer for federal procurement, and those that continue to use that will not be funded. So we are in a position, it's called to our attention that we had to do something. So I issued the executive order. There's a lot of study, a lot of legal study, and the essence of it is simply this: whereas racial discrimination is wrong, and distinctions between citizens solely because of their ancestry are, by their very nature, odious to a free people whose institutions are founded upon the doctrine of equality, we will no longer require that in our procurement contracts. The legislative leaders, President Alexander of the Senate and Speaker Merle Smith of the House, are working with us on this, and as soon as possible in January they will be introducing a bill which will, I'm confident, will become law that will take those requirements out of state law.
That, of course, was our governor elaborating on that. And now we're hearing from Mr. Jim Felder, a lawmaker in the 1970s when many of those laws the governor is trying to change were being debated at the State House.
Yeah, he tells me tonight he's disappointed with the governor tonight, as he says there's no need to change what's working in South Carolina.
First of all, the governors are getting bad advice from somewhere. We fought hard to get these make it law that African American and women would be able to participate in state contracts. And you know, when you've done special things to people, you have to do special things to get it away from what you've done to them. And that's what has happened. We came through slavery, we came through Jim Crow, and had to fight to get in the legislature. Finally, we got there, and we've been able to pass some laws that kind of, level the playing field a bit. Now he comes back, the governor wants to repeal all of that. So I don't know where he's getting his advice from. It's not fair. He says it's unconstitutional. That is not true. It is constitutional.
Well, Mr. Felder telling me tonight he plans to meet with the governor before the start of the new legislative session. However, he believes lawmakers are going to repeal the laws in question.
If you would like to see the entire interview with Jim Felder, be sure to watch News 19 on WLTX Plus at 6:30. We're also going to have that entire conversation coming up a little bit later during News 19 at 7 and 11 as well.